We had an unprecedented tornado outbreak yesterday related to what was left of Hurricane Beryl moving through our area. 67 tornado warnings occurred over a few hours yesterday afternoon, and this is what it looked like. Barely any areas of the Arklatex really were spared, especially in northwest Louisiana, from any sort of warnings, and this produced many confirmed tornadoes and also one confirmed fatality related to these tornado-warned storms. It was a sobering day and something that we're going to remember for a very long time, and as these surveys go on to see how strong these tornadoes were and what the damage looked like, we will get more insight onto what was a very historic day. Those tornado warnings. It's all kind of associated generally with the same band, and so also those warnings sort of start to flatten out as we head further west. If you're in a tornado warning, take this seriously. We've had confirmed tornadoes already today, which means it could happen in your home too. This isn't just like any other tornado situation during severe weather season. I mean, look how many there are, and even within every tornado warning box, there could be multiple pockets of circulation. That's very, very important to make mention of. So if you get an alert on your phone, your weather radio, or we say that your county or parish is included in a warning, take shelter immediately. Don't waste time. Please don't go look outside and see if you can see it. Just be safe and get into an interior room with as many walls between you and the outside as possible. All right, now the circulation southwest of Grand Cane is tightening up again, which means we have 3 TDSs currently on the radar. Let's check that out. All right, zooming into Grand Cane. Yep, pretty clear. In between Longstreet and Grand Cane. So this is right where we're looking at for that signature. Let's switch it over to debris to see what's going on. After a really pleasant Friday, we are left with a little bit of a foggy night, seeing some patchy fog just due to some moisture in the area, some lower level clouds. Now, we don't have a dense fog advisory or anything like that as of right now, but if you usually drive late at night or early in the morning, just make sure you're aware that you could run into some fog if you're heading out and about. But the fog, I wish the fog was honestly the biggest thing that I had to talk to you about weather-wise, but unfortunately that's not the case. We have a busy start to the weekend Saturday with the severe weather risk. Brian wrote half and half, and I kept it. I think it's such a good way to describe our forecast for the next few days. It starts off stormy, but then Sunday could not be more different, at least in terms of sky conditions and what we're experiencing as we see some clearing and we dry out. Temperatures just a 2-degree difference. We don't see much temperature variation as we go through the next few hours, thanks to some cloud cover increasing and then the rain moving into the area in the morning hours. That's something that we got to focus on, along with the severe weather threat that we have across the 4-state region. This is what it looks like for tomorrow. One more time, I just wanted to touch on that risk. Remember, the highest coverage is in the southeastern zones of the Arklatex, and honestly stretching even more south and east of our area. Everyone else for the most part is under a slight risk, and then that green is a marginal risk for your Saturday, the lowest 1 out of 5. What are our threats though tomorrow? Everything is possible, including damaging winds. That unfortunately includes tornadoes, that includes large hail, and even flooding as well. But are those things going to happen for sure? Not necessarily. We can't say that for certain. Of course, the ingredients are lining up, the pieces of the puzzle are coming together, but is the full picture going to be shown tomorrow? I'm trying to use a little bit of an analogy there. It could be. The ingredients are lining up, like I said, and I want to walk you through the precision cast and then talk about why things are looking like they could turn severe on us as we move into tomorrow. Precision cast here shows we see some rain start to develop in the morning hours. This is around 7 a.m. Pockets of rain, and notice the motion of this rain coming from the south moving to the north. This is likely associated with the warm front of the low pressure system. Could it be severe? Sure. Could it also just be some strong thunderstorms? Also true. And remember, the further north it goes, the less of a severe threat that exists for the Arklatex. Remember, as soon as you go north of I-30, it's looking like that threat decreases down to a 1 out of 5. We continue into the midday hours. We see more widespread coverage. This is 2:30 in the afternoon now. We see that secondary line start to really solidify on the western edge of the area and then sort of make itself more vertical as it pushes through 4:30 p.m. here and then onward after that. This is 6:30. We see some clearing and we see a little bit more after that around 8 p.m. and onward. We have the energy, we have the moisture in place for these storms, and so that's why we're just saying that this risk could occur. This is all that moisture that I'm talking about. When that system rolls in, it starts to interact with the energy, creating those storms. Possibly, will they strengthen enough to be severe? That's what we're going to be tracking as we move into your Saturday. Stay tuned, though. I'll show you a much calmer 10-day forecast after Saturday when we come back.